The Cubs bats went cold, but not Michael Conforto's.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I'm Matt Cozy. He is Sam Olber, and you are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use code Locked On for $20 off your first purchase. On today's episode, Ben Brown joins the rotation and continues to dominate his last several outings. Michael Conforto is on fire. We'll discuss if he should play more, and we start with the full series breakdown from the weekend for the Cubs, who tallied a decisive 7-1 win Friday for their 10th straight win, and then they didn't score for 20 straight innings across the end of Friday's game, then all of Saturday and Sunday. They got shut out 6-0, 3-0, respectively. Two dropped 2 out of 3 to the Rangers. Sunday, they faced future Hall of Famer Jacob deGrom, who was dominant. But on Saturday, they had plenty of chances. I have here 0 for 17 with runners on base and 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Sam, they won 10 straight again and then went cold, similar to the first time they won 10 in a row and then dropped the next 2 in the series.
Forgive me if I'm a little bit grumpier than usual. I overate this evening. But I just came back from Mother's Day. This season, Matt, is so weird. Friday night, it looked like they never were going to lose again. And then
they weren't going to lose the rest of the season.
And then Saturday and Sunday, they never scored. They didn't score one run, as you pointed out. Saturday I watched the game with my dad. We had a rough, weekend family-wise, and we were just kind of trying to watch the game for a bit of a distraction. And
yeah, how did that go?
Not well. Yeah, not well. There was not a lot going on in that game. And then Sunday you run into deGrom doing deGrom things, and
yeah,
we're going to talk about Conforto later. But can I give you my macro takeaway from the weekend? Can I give it to you?
Absolutely.
I don't like what's going on with Edward Cabrera, and I haven't liked it since his first start of the year.
Yeah, I think that should be most of this segment for sure.
It's just okay. Eye test wise, it's just not popping off the page.
No.
When I was at the ball game in person Monday night, my goodness, did the Reds look comfortable against him? Okay, it just looked like comfortable ABs. Then you dig into Baseball Savant, you dig into FanGraphs, you dig into all that stuff, and it supports that he's not throwing as hard, he's not getting as much break, he's not getting as much swing and miss. I mean, I'll pull it up for you. I had it here in my notes and just accidentally deleted it. But just having that type of night, Matt. Last year he struck out 150 guys in 137 innings. Year before that, 107 strikeouts in 96, 118 in 99. This year, he's not even at 9. He 1 per inning. He's at 46 in a third innings and 43 Ks. It just looks comfortable. And look, so far the results have been fine. He's been a lot like J-Mo. No disrespect to J-Mo. He's just been a very steady number 3 type of pitcher, number 4 type of pitcher. I wanted to trade Owen Casey for this dude because he has the ceiling to be a top-end arm. He has the ceiling to pitch on October 20th in front of 41.5 at Wrigley Field.
Wow, standing room only.
And right now, he doesn't look like that, and I want to see him turn it around.
Yeah, it's concerning because it is both the eye test and the peripherals and all the analytics and all the binders crap. And,
easy.
It's somebody. Hold on a sec.
I had fish and red meat.
Go Cubs. So it'd be one thing for me if he was battling control and command.
No, it's not
but
that.
They get a ton of hits off this guy.
It's
He allowed 9 more hits on Saturday.
Matt, let me just cut you off for a sec. Do you remember?
That's so many.
Do you remember, you spoke, we did the 98 trivia, Henry Rodriguez. Do you remember the pitcher, Henry Rodriguez? Do you remember him at all?
I don't.
There was a pitcher, I believe his name was Henry Rodriguez. He pitched in the bullpen for the Cubs, I want to say in the early 2010s, maybe 11 or 12. And he threw like 101, 102 back when that was like a big deal.
Yeah,
and
rare at the time.
And everybody just crushed him. And we couldn't figure out what it was. And it's like, I get that vibe from Cabrera sometimes. Go ahead.
Because he's just throwing it right over the plate.
I don't know what it is. Or it's just, for a guy that's throwing 98 with a 96 mile an hour changeup, he shouldn't be giving up this many hits.
Yeah, and he does. And I my concern level, 1 through 10, I think at this point is like a 7-7.
2013, he pitched for the Cubs. He had a FIP of 9.55. Go ahead.
Yeah,
pitched 4 innings.
You have a great memory.
No, he only pitched 4. He only pitched 4 innings for the Cubs. I thought it was way more than that.
Well, and what's too bad is that Brown was great Friday, Tyone was solid Sunday, and Cabrera in the middle was just, he didn't do his job.
Tyone was awesome.
And I know the offense didn't either. Okay. So two games, Saturday, Sunday, they hit 113 with 6 walks and 20 strikeouts.
Well, they could have Koufax and Drysdale going Saturday and Sunday, and they would have lost.
Yeah. I mean, Sunday, I thought that was possible, that result. Saturday, for them just to fail time and time again with runners on, that's why they lost so decisively.
Well, and it goes back to kind of what we were talking about last week. Like the last few games they won of the win streak, not counting Texas, I didn't think they were very good offensively. Like their at-bats just weren't that good, and it started to carry over. Like at some point, Nico's got a hit. At some point, Ballesteros has got a hit. At some point, Bregman's got a hit. Those 3 guys really didn't hit much in the 10-game win streak. And so, Conforto, who we'll talk about, has been carrying the load. But yeah, I agree with you. Sunday was more of, hey, to beat DeGrom when he's on his game like that, Hap's ball's got to be fair. You have to have the umpire. You have to have the umpire not egregiously miss a call, or I guess the review team over in wherever they do the review egregiously miss a call. Still shocked at that. I felt like I might make
even hours later.
Yeah, I might go to the ophthalmologist. Maybe I'm missing something.
Alex Bregman didn't play Sunday, and Craig Counsell said before Sunday's game he plans to give an off day for other regulars during the Braves and White Sox series.
Yeah.
Which using Conforto, Shaw, Ballesteros creatively, I don't think that's a bad idea. Listen, this is a really good team that is 20-5 since April 14th. Mm-hmm. They're currently a minus favorite to win the Central. They have the 3rd best odds to win the NL. They're the first major league team since 1955 with multiple 10-game winning streaks. But they went cold, and their offense throughout the Red Series did leave a little bit to be desired. So it's something to keep tabs on. Off day Monday, then they're at the Braves. Yeah. And Michael Conforto is really the only one that's standing out for the most part offensively. We get into his numbers and more next.
This episode is brought to you by Gametime. The ML season is back, and you could feel it. Fresh starts, big expectations, and that first crack of the bat. Whether it's a breakout rookie or division race that goes down to the wire, there's nothing like being in the ballpark for it. The only problem, getting tickets can feel like a grind. Long queues, surprise freeze, prices jumping at checkout. That's where there's Gametime. The Gametime app gives fans the advantage with constant innovation. It's how you unlock amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's simple to use. The Gametime guarantee means you get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time at the best price. And here's the best part. Fees are included in the price you see. What you see is what you pay, period, folks. Last week, I went to Wrigley, courtesy of Gametime. All I did was get to see one of the best games I've ever seen in person. The Michael Conforto, who we're about to talk about in a second, hits a walk-off home run. I sat like 7 rows behind the Cubs dugout at an incredible price. It was done in 2 seconds. The easiest thing in the world. There's never been an easier way to get tickets. 2 taps and it's done. No stress, no hidden fees, just great seats and minutes. That's what makes it so easy to decide last minute to hit a game. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use code LOCKEDON for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today.
Thank you for making Locked On Cubs your first listen of the day. If you haven't already, go check out our new Everydayer Club, which includes ad-free episodes and more. Go to lockedoncubs.supercast.com or click the link in this episode description. After beginning the season 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts, Michael Conforto has settled in, embraced his role, and is crushing it at the plate right now. On this season, he's batting .364 and 44 at-bats. And how about this? Fun with small samples. Last 7 games, he is slashing .444, .524, 1,000 with 2 home runs and 4 doubles. Meanwhile, in his last 10 games, Moises Ballesteros is 2 for 32. He does have a ton of outs in play, 5 strikeouts to 4 walks, so he's not struggling with strikeouts, but he is struggling. Conforto's on fire. Ballesteros, Sam, is on ice. Should Conforto play more?
Yeah.
I think he should, and it's an easy choice.
Yeah.
Play the hot hand.
Well, the good news is that...
And he's better than Kyle Tucker.
He doesn't really do anything with anybody other than himself and his computer.
All right, well, let's start with this. There's going to be some room to play both if Counsell gives some regulars some days.
Yeah, which would be an interesting lineup.
Yes, I think Conforto should get some more starts, but you have to be careful. And the reason why is because I still think long-term Moises Ballesteros is a far, far better hitter than Michael Conforto. And, Matt, when I was at the game in person, one of my biggest takeaways was how big Ballesteros' stride is at the plate. It is. He takes a massive step. Like, it's massive, which made me think, okay, timing. And if he sits for an extended period of time, I don't think it's a coincidence. He sits for 2 days. He faces Jacob deGrom. He can't catch up to his heater today, and he looked really bad. And so you have to think about that and the long-term ramifications of that. You have to mix it. And I trust Counsell to do it right. But right now it is obvious. And I think if you do sit Ballesteros, then actually don't do like 2 days and back in. Then just do like a full week and say, hey, go get your swings in the cages, take some live BP. You're not going to see the field unless it's a pinch hit spot until Monday or something. So then at least he knows that he could do his prep versus in and out versus the righties. I guess the counter to that is he's used to being in and out a lot because he's always sit versus lefties. But it's a tricky situation because I think Mo is the ticket to help this team. I just think he's in a funk right now. But Conforto's been unbelievable, and his at-bats back it up.
Yeah, and even some outs he's making, he's hitting P-rods, basically.
Yeah.
Ballesteros, if you work, I like your idea, because even if you just take the Braves series and work backwards, he's not going to play Thursday against Chris Sale.
Nope.
So that's a game away for him. And then they face Grant Holmes and then J.R. Ritchie.
Oh, wow.
I just think Grant Holmes is a veteran-ish. Ritchie is a rookie.
They should hit both those guys.
Yeah, and I think Conforto should be the one to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there is something to be said about playing the hot hand. And guess what? Counsell seems more open to that as well. Conforto started Friday and Saturday before sitting Sunday. I don't really want to see them in the same lineup.
Well, you're gonna. If Suzuki sits against Holmes, then Conforto will play right, and Ballesteros will DH.
Yeah. So if they try to use Conforto more in left or right to get Happ or say off their feet or the complete day off, maybe you put Conforto second, Ballesteros 8 or 9 or something like that. Do they play Shaw more this week, Sam? Shaw has only nine plate appearances this whole month.
They haven't faced a lot of lefties.
Yeah, and that's true. But Conforto has been his resurgence. I know it was just 6 at-bats, but I just keep remembering his swing. I thought I saw myself during the 2020 coronavirus 19 pandemic over there in Buffalo Grove with you and Nick Cozy. I mean, it looked like my fungo swing is pretty prolific, but my baseball swing is pretty poor.
Yes. As is mine.
Man, is he...
Welcome to Locked On Cubs.
He's getting behind the baseball. He's going the other way. He's accepting his walks. This has been much needed for a team that started off poorly at the plate, and he's led them at times.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think my guess is you might see if Happ sits one day and Suzuki sits the other, then that opens it up for both of them to play. So that buys him 2 days right there. Because he's basically trying to just ride out Conforto's hot streak until he's cold.
They should.
Yeah. And then they'll face Conforto. So they'll face Sale. So that'll mean both of them will be out.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously I haven't looked ahead to when they play the White Sox.
Don't.
Yeah. But but yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I'm a little upset because I love Mo, and this has been a rough stretch. I mean, seems like
2
whenever
for 32.
Yeah, and it seems I thought it was like 2 for 35. And
well, you know what? It might be. The game logs doesn't allow you to get. I think it's after the Grand Slam. He's 2 for 35.
Yeah, and Counsell didn't do him any favors, sitting him twice and then rewarding him with Jacob deGrom Sunday afternoon.
I don't know if that was wise.
Yeah, that's not a fun welcome back to the lineup type of matchup.
No. And they had Horner doubled. He's on second, no outs. Ballesteros, I blinked. He went back to the dugout.
No, and those are the ABs.
He couldn't even hit a grounder to second.
No, well, those are the ABs that make you go, all right, he's not right here.
It's tough.
Yeah, 3-pitch Ks. That's not what he's there to do. Maybe it's as simple too as ever since he's been in the 2-hole, it's been really a disaster. So, maybe they drop him back down. Bush is starting to hit a little bit more.
I was actually just going to ask you that.
Ian Happ had a 30-game on base streak too that got snapped today. Or 30
That's right.
plus. Do you know?
Impressive.
A little off topic, but I was listening to Pat and Ron on the radio today.
Oh, nice.
Do you know who has the longest on-base streak in the history of baseball and how long it was? I didn't know this. I don't understand why this isn't.
Is it Ted Williams?
It's Ted Williams, yeah.
Wow, I got that.
Yeah. Do you know how long it was?
No, I didn't even hear that on the radio, bro.
No, that's a great get.
Wow.
That's a great get. I thought it would be Bonds. I thought for sure it'd be Bonds. That would have been my guess.
Still a little bit light outside.
Do you know how many games in a row he got on base?
All right. So let's see. Happ was 30. 67.
84 times in a row.
Wow. Over half a year.
Isn't that just as impressive as the 56-game hit streak? I mean, that's insane.
Absolutely. It's over 50% of the season.
He got on base for almost
one of every 2 games.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. No matter what.
That's awesome.
I mean,
that's reaching base safely, by the way, not like off an error.
Yeah, or like fielder's choice, and it's like, oh yeah, well, that era was different. I wouldn't reach base 84 straight times in the second grade slow pitch.
Coming up next, Ben Brown is another Cub that's on fire. He pitched so well on Friday. We get you that and more next. Today's episode is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, you know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all the sugar. That's why the Confetti Craze 5 Hour Energy shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. This is that classic taste you remember, but with a tasty caffeine boost and 0 sugar. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet craving while keeping things simple and on the go. I've always loved birthday cake. Who doesn't? But we can't be eating sweets all day. This is a perfect alternative. It's all cake, no sugar. So you can have your cake and sip it too, minus any sugar guilt. Plus, it's so convenient, just a small portable shot that you can grab whenever you need a little pick-me-up. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon to crack open a confetti craze 5-hour energy shot today. 5hourenergy.com or Amazon to try 5-hour energy today. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. We're lifelong fans taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. And thank you for making Locked On Cubs the #1 Cubs podcast. The Cubs are 20-5 since April 14th. And Sam, I got a cool text when I was out to dinner with my family last week. My dad, my Uncle Tom, and who both listen to this show. And it was from you about an audio episode ranking really well. And I wanted to let you know, I looked into that today.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to tell you and also give a special shout out. If you listen to this show on audio, Apple, Spotify, many other places, all 5 of our episodes last week now rank top 10 all time in most listened to episodes in Locked On Cubs history.
Wow.
Half of the episodes were last week.
That's crazy.
Which goes to show the interest level in this team.
Winning cures all.
Nothing we're doing. They keep winning. People listen.
Winning cures all.
Unbelievable. All right, Sam. Ben Brown.
In order to win, they have to score.
Usually that's how it works. Ben Brown is the best chance the Cubs have of finding an impact starting pitcher inside the organization. He's more talented than Assad. Wicks is struggling at AAA. Wiggins isn't ready. And as far as the list of people who can start games from inside the house, that's the list. The list is over.
Right.
And so that's why they moved Brown to the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
He went 4 hitless, scoreless innings Friday. First scoreless start for him since May 2, 2025. He was excellent at all areas. He's just a different guy with the sinker and change now. His last 19 innings, a 0.47 ERA. This is wild.
Yeah, calm. Just looks really poised, calm, in control. It's almost like that sinker has given him an out when things get a little bit challenging, or just, because with Ben, it always felt like it was always extremes with him. And it was, he just struck out the side. Okay, he just gave up 4 runs. It feels like this sinker has got him some quick outs, some ground balls, some double play balls, and it's made his entire repertoire, his entire demeanor different on the mound, and he looks locked in. He looks focused. I'm interested to see kind of how they handle that going forward. I guess his next time out would be Atlanta, right? The last game against
Thursday.
Atlanta. Yeah. So that will be, that's about as tough of a test as you could have. But yeah, it's been really good. And, it's weird. This whole season, I say it's weird. I keep saying that because they're 27-14. And I, like you said, there's obviously been some standouts, but there's not like, if you're grading everybody around the diamond right now, there's a lot of C's, right? Hap's above that, and Nico overall's above that, but Pete's in the C range so far, and Dansby and Bregman are in that range, and Sayers was hurt for a while. He's just now, getting probably over an NA and into his solid B range that he's been in. But, you look across, it's like the Michael Confortos, the Ben Browns, right? The Ben Browns, Ben Brown's been like an A+, I would say,
Yeah.
And that's really helped them. And yeah, it's in the short list of biggest stories so far.
Yeah, I'm glad they did this. I think it was the right move. He was at times dominant on Friday, and other year before that too. And Javi Assad went 3-2 3 2/3
he won
scoreless
that
Friday
ball game.
behind Brown.
He won him that ball game Friday night.
Wow.
Came in,
Yeah,
2
he
on.
did excellent.
It was 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. He got out of a huge jam, and then the Cubs got to work.
Yeah, they added a lot of insurance. No, you're right. I forgot about that. Here's what I'm trying to ask myself, and I wonder if Assad will basically follow Brown on Thursday too. I think that's very possible, and if they try the Rollison Bridge or not, because that bridge didn't really operate Friday.
I knew that was coming.
I guess to me, Sam, putting Brown in the rotation also means that they think they will figure it out in the bullpen.
Right.
Do you think they're going to figure it out? And I'm like talking just like this. Let's even just say through May, 19 more games.
Yeah, because Maton and Webb are starting to show a little. I mean, Webb didn't have a good outing on Saturday, but Maton, if it's all you didn't just ask me the bullpen. You asked me, do you think Webb and Maton will figure it out? That's the question.
Okay.
That's the if one of those two guys settles it in, then the bullpen will be fine. And Maton's starting to show some signs.
So those are the keys in your mind. Yeah,
I don't even think it's close.
Right. It's not particularly close.
Yeah, because Milner's been, he might set a record.
He might pitch 82 games half the year.
Milner's been steady. Thielbar's hurt. They need him back.
I have an update on that before we get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to overlook. I'm not going to, look too far into Palencia having a rough outing in a non-save spot.
Sure,
but if you can get Webb and Maton right, you're good. You're good for the next 19.
All right, that's good. I like that.
Phil's starting to show some signs.
Ethan Roberts was activated from the IL Friday. He went 3 scoreless frames Friday, Saturday combined. Every reliever pitched this weekend and did pretty well, aside from Palencia and Webb, as you mentioned a little bit. Trent Thornton was the only reliever who didn't pitch. Hunter Harvey had a setback in his rehab recently and will be shut down for another month. And Caleb Thielbar threw a bullpen Friday. He's supposed to throw another one Tuesday. After that, he'll likely go to a minor league rehab appearance and then return to the Cubs, as Craig Counsell said last weekend, sometime this month. So that would be nice too. Maton, Webb, Keys.
Didn't they give Harvey $6 million?
Thielbar back. Yes, they did.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's a lot of big chunk of change to throw. What is he throwing? 4 innings?
Well, right. I mean, and you have so many other guys that are hurt, and it's like that's I mean, $6 million out of the pen that's a lot of money. A lot of money. It's different. Different than a starter position player. Bullpen. Isn't that what Maton's making this year? Something like that.
Might be a little more. Yeah.
6.5. I mean, it's 2 for 11. How much more could it be?
Maton, he was more than that.
Well, he was. I thought he was 2. Why did I think he was 2 for 11?
2 for 11. That'd be a bargain. He was 2 for 14.5.
Oh boy. All right, let's close it.
7.25 AAV.
He was 2 for 14.
There's an off day. 14.5. There's an off day on Monday.
I'm 2 for 14 too.
We'll be discussing. Well, yeah, that was your 2
that's
for your last 14 and 13 you.
Well, that's why I ate so well tonight.
We will discuss Freddie Peralta possibly becoming a Cub next episode.
Oh man, am I mad we didn't talk about that earlier?
And preview Cubs Braves. Really?
Well, because you brought it up.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I did. I told you that on the phone
a while ago before it was way reported.
Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Cubs. Make sure you subscribe and follow so you get all the latest episodes.
Maybe they'll score in Atlanta.
The video. You're the first ever 20%.
They'll score a run.
Start keeping a tally here of how many times I break in the closing credits.
They either win or they get shut out.
On audio, make sure you make your second listen as Locked On MLB. For Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. You are Locked On Cubs.
He didn't really do anything with anybody other than himself and his computer.